Hello again, Junior 2. Hope you all are doing well. This is part 1 of chapter 3, When I Grow Up. Now let's start with page 61, categorizing jobs. Here we are going to classify jobs into 5 main categories. First category, agricultural jobs. Agricultural, concerning farming, irrigation, and harvest the plants. And the farmer is the person who is responsible for performing these tasks. Second category, industrial jobs. Industrial jobs are kind of jobs that mainly performed by hands, that can be described as handmade jobs. For example, construction worker and mechanic. Third category, commercial jobs. This kind of jobs concerning buying and selling. For example, grocer. Grocer is the person who sells us different kind of foods. Another example, pharmacist. Pharmacist is the person who sells us medicines. Fourth category, tourism jobs. This kind of jobs concerning people traveling for fun. For example, concierge and tour guide. The last category is other. In this category, you will find different jobs natures. For example, doctor, teacher, and engineer. Now turn the page on page 62. Noor's parents. Follow along as the teacher reads aloud. My dad is a construction worker in Cairo. He helps build new buildings. He wears a tool belt and a hard hat. The hat protects his head. His tool belt holds all his special work tools. My mom works in a hotel. She is the concierge. She helps visitors find places to eat and things to do. She uses the phone and a computer to connect people and answer questions. Now let's move to page 63. Here, I want you to draw yourself in the job you are interested in. For example, I want to be a doctor in the future, so I will draw myself as a doctor. Turn the page on page 64. Personal interest survey. Put a check mark next to each activity that you enjoy. Here we have 5 boxes. First box is for agricultural jobs. Choose the most activities you are interested in. Box number 1. Taking care of pets and animals. Number 2. Taking care of a garden. Number 3. Hiking and watching wildlife. Which means the activity of going for long walks in wildlife, which is the place where wild animals live. Here we will choose taking care of pets and animals and taking care of a garden. Let's move to box 2. This box is for industrial jobs. Which activities you like the most? Number 1, fixing things in your house. Number 2, sewing or knitting, which is the activity about making and fixing clothes using needles and threads. Number 3, building things with tools, blocks, and so on. So here, let's choose fixing things in your house and sewing or knitting. Now let's move to box 3. This box is for commercial jobs. Choose your favorite activities from this box. Number 1, selling things in your neighborhood, like cookies and handmade accessories. Number 2, giving people advice on what to buy. Number 3, using a cash register. Here, let's choose selling things in your neighborhood. Let's move to box 4, which is for tourism jobs. Choose your favorite activities from this box. Number 1, planning a trip or event. Number 2, cooking, baking, and serving meals. Number 3, playing sports or other activities. Here we will go for cooking, baking, and serving meals, and playing sports or other activities. Now let's move to the last box, which is for STEM jobs. But first, we need to know the meaning of STEM jobs. These jobs stands for science, technology, engineering, and math. Now let's pick the most interesting activities for you from our last box. Number 1, designing experiments. Number 2, finding solution to problems. Number 3, learning about computers. Here I'm going to choose learning about computers. Now turn the page on page 65. Count how many checks you made in each box on the previous page. Write that number on the line in the matching box below. Box 1, 2 checks. Box 2, 2 checks. Box 3, 1 check. Box 4, 2 checks. Box 5, 1 check. Now turn the page on page 66. Agricultural. Observe the workers on the page. What tasks are the workers performing and what tools are being used? The farmer farm and irrigate the plants and harvest the crops. The tools that the farmer uses are tractor and grass sickle. Let's move to page 67. Industrial. Observe the worker in this page. What tasks are the workers performing and what tools are being used? In the first picture, we can see an electrician using a screwdriver. In the second picture, we can see a construction worker use a hammer. Now turn the page on page 68. Commercial. Observe the worker on this page and what tasks are the workers performing and what tools are being used. The first picture is for a grocer using a cash register, while the second picture is for a pharmacist sells